Dr. Ako is from Cameroon, ladies and gentlemen. Another round.
Your Excellencies, delegates, Bula Vinaka, and a very good evening to you all. Those of you who are visiting us for the first time, Bula, as you would have seen in the welcome message this morning, unfortunately we weren't there with you this morning because Parliament just opened for the new year today. But I've been informed that you had a very good session this morning. I'm also told that the General Secretary enjoyed the kava. We've got plenty of kava after this too, so please don't hesitate to enjoy that. It's not going to give you a hangover. Ladies and gentlemen, it's obviously for Fiji. We are very delighted to be hosting you here for the 3 days, and of course we have the council meeting on Thursday. ICT is very, very important for all countries in the world, but from a Pacific Island perspective, it's even more critical, given the fact that there are a number of challenges that we do face, including the fact of isolation within countries itself and between countries in the Pacific. And as highlighted by our MC, we have a very young population. And furthermore, we have this issue of climate change. Notwithstanding the fact that Pacific Island countries, and indeed many other island countries throughout other parts of the world, whilst the carbon footprint is almost negligible, in Fiji's case it's 0.004, Pacific Island countries are at the cold face of climate change. We have a country like Tuvalu, which is only 12 feet above sea level. We in Fiji have already moved 3 villages to higher ground. We had the most devastating cyclone that hit us only about 6 months ago, and 44 Fijians lost their lives. We had a loss of about 1.3 billion US dollars. You wouldn't think, sitting in this resort, that it actually happened, but it actually did happen, in particular northwest of Fiji. So in order to be able to mitigate these risks, in order to be able to meet the challenges of living in a globalized world, yet at the same time being able to address the many inequalities that may exist in our society, including access to information, it is very critical that countries like Fiji, like other Pacific Island countries, like other island nations, landlocked countries, and indeed all countries in the world, in particular those in the Commonwealth, are able to access the technology in a manner that is equal to all the citizens of the individual countries. And I think indeed when we're talking on a global platform, it is very critical that we all have access to such technology because it creates a more equal global society. So I hope that the deliberations and the sessions you'll have over the next 3 days will be fruitful. Please do not hesitate if you have any problems with your accommodation, any of the arrangements. Do not hesitate to contact any of our staff or contact me. Talk to us. We'll be able to solve that for you. We'd like to make your stay here as enjoyable as possible and for you to be able to focus on those areas of discussions that we'll be having over the 3 days. So, ladies and gentlemen, thank you once again. I'd like to thank the Secretary General and his team, La Santa, for the arrangements that they have made with us over the past couple of months and being able to host this forum here for you. We hope you've enjoyed it. You know, we just finished the forum where we had over 500 delegates, which is the Alliance for Financial Inclusion. And even in that, with over 500 delegates, a lot of countries represented from Africa and Asia and the Caribbean, where it became quite apparent that in order to bring those who are on the margins of society, on the periphery of society, people who are squatters, people who are unbanked, we need to be able to have access to technology to be able to bridge that gap between the haves and the have-nots and those in the periphery and bring them to the center. So you all play a very critical role, not just in terms of your contributions to the deliberations here, but also in terms of what you will take back from here to your respective countries. I wish you all a very wonderful stay. I look forward to meeting and talking to all of you individually, and I wish you all a very good evening. Thank you very much. Thanks.